You've probably heard about Google's massive 6-hour course on prompt engineering, right? Well, what if you could get all the best parts, all the key tactics, without spending 6 hours? That's exactly what we're going to do right now.
Look, this is genuinely some of the best AI training out there. So we've done the work for you. We've distilled that entire course into the next 5 minutes, focusing only on the stuff that will actually make a difference.
All right, here's the game plan. We're going to start with the core framework that Google teaches, walk through its 5 pillars one by one with really clear examples, and then wrap it all up with a toolkit you can start using today.
So Google's entire training is built on this really simple but honestly powerful idea. To get amazing results from an AI, you have to learn to speak its language. And that all comes down to 5 key concepts that help you structure your thinking.
And here they are: task, context, references, evaluation, and iteration. Now, don't just think of this as a list. It's a framework. It's a process that you can use over and over again to craft the perfect prompt. So, let's start at the very top.
The task, this is the absolute heart of your prompt. It's what you actually want the AI to do. And here's the deal. You have to be specific. Vague requests, they're always going to give you vague, useless results.
And you can see the difference so clearly right here. Help me write an email. That's not a command. It's more like a wish. But write an email to my manager about my annual leave request. Okay, now we're talking. The AI knows who it's for, what it's about, and what the goal is.
But wait, we can make this even better. The course points out 2 really powerful ways to supercharge your task. First, by adding a persona, and second, by specifying a format.
So, giving the AI a persona means telling it what role to play. But here's why this works so well. It forces the AI to tap into a really specific part of its knowledge. Asking for a workout program is fine, but asking it to act as a physiotherapist? Whoa. Now it's pulling from its data on anatomy, safety, proper technique. The quality just skyrockets.
And this one? This trick is a huge time saver. Instead of just getting a big wall of text that you have to fix yourself, just tell it what you want. Ask for a table, a bulleted list, or even a block of code. You get something you can use immediately. Okay, let's move on to the next couple of pillars. Once you have that supercharged task, it's time to feed the AI the key details it needs to really knock it out of the park. And this is where context and references come into play.
You can think of context as all the background info. And the rule here is really simple. The more detail you give it, the less the AI has to guess. And when an AI isn't guessing, its answers become so much more precise and actually relevant to what you need.
Just look at this. By giving it all this rich context, the product, who it's for, the key features, even the tone, the AI isn't just writing generic marketing copy anymore. No, it's writing your copy for your audience about your specific product.
Now, references. These are your secret weapon for nailing the style you want, and they're a little different from context. See, while context describes what you want, references actually show the AI how you want it. It's how you match a very specific voice.
So the main takeaway is this. You've got to show, not just tell. Give the AI a few examples of your best performing social media posts, or maybe a couple of product descriptions you really love. This turns a vague idea like "make it sound cool" into a very real target it can aim for.
Okay, so you wrote a fantastic prompt. You hit enter, and you got a response. You're done, right? Well, not quite. The final 2 pillars, evaluation and iteration, are how you turn a pretty good output into a perfect one.
A lot of people just glance at the result and move on, but that's a huge mistake. You really need to evaluate it properly. Ask yourself, did it actually do what I asked? Is the tone right? And, really important, are the facts correct? This little check makes all the difference.
And that check leads you right into iteration. See, prompting isn't a one-and-done command. It's a conversation. It's a cycle of asking, looking at what you get back, and then tweaking your prompt to get closer and closer to what you really want.
So what do you do if the output is meh? The course suggests 2 main strategies. First, just go back and review your prompt. Did you maybe forget to add a persona or some key context? A lot of the time, that one small addition is all it takes.
But if that doesn't fix it, try the second method. Take a look at this prompt. It's long, it's complicated, it's trying to do way too much at once. And just like a person, an AI can get totally confused when you overload it with information.
And here's the solution. You just break that huge request into smaller, logical steps.
This lets the AI focus on one thing at a time, and that leads to a much better, much more coherent result in the end.
So, we've gone through the entire 5-pillar framework, all the way from defining your task to refining the results. Now, let's pull all of this together into a simple, practical toolkit that you can use every single day.
And here it is, your 5-step checklist for writing way better prompts. Just think about this every time you sit down to talk to an AI. Are you being specific? Did you give it a role and a format? Did you provide context and some examples? And finally, are you ready to review it and make it even better?
This whole framework isn't just about getting better answers. It's about learning how to collaborate with AI in a much more powerful way. You now have the tools to speak its language. So the only question left is, what are you going to create?